Previously on Taverns and Caverns Path B. After our victory over the Wyvern and getting my ghost sword, we head back to the village of Ormsa. Before we head back into town, and up resting for the night, found something new about Nomu. That cat can cook. Didn't think wyvern meat would taste so good. Once we get back to Ormsa, we give Growlnox's head back to the chieftain. We get our reward and got a little something extra. Urakin was so thrilled, ended up having a party for us. My first Orkin festival was actually quite fun. These guys know how to party. Got some of their local coffee beans. So good. Can't wait to try more of that brew. But later on, saw Relanoa sneaking off. Decided to follow her, make sure she's alright. She ended up questioning the Eternal Eye a little bit more. I actually got to see the Goddess Supreme. Looks like Relanoa, but I don't know. I ain't questioning it. But now, with a third horse, we're heading to Manavik. Let's hope that we don't get in any more trouble. Episode 18, Giants and Hunters and Choices. Oh my! Path B.
Well, welcome back to another exciting episode of Taverns and Caverns, everyone. This is your Dungeon Master, Haphazard DM, and last time on Taverns and Caverns, Path B. The party had returned to the town of Ormsa after slaying the apex wyvern, known as Growlnox, and due to their success in defeating Growlnox, the townsfolk of Ormsa are now able to go back to the mountains to do mining. And because of this, the town has celebrated this success. The players decided to stick around for a bit to celebrate with the townsfolk. And during the celebration, Relanoa had walked away to interrogate or question one of the acolytes of the Eternal Eye, the order that attempted to kidnap her many sessions ago. And during her questioning of the Eternal Eye acolyte, Nomu and Yalar decided to try and follow her to see what was going on. Nomu did not see, per se, what was going on. He did hear, but Yalar did happen to come across this golden aura, this manifestation of the Goddess Supreme herself as Relanoa was talking to her. Yalar did find that this manifestation of the Goddess Supreme was actually, or I should say, looked exactly like Relanoa. Why? We don't know yet. Perhaps Relanoa is indeed crazy. We have no clue, but we will find out in the near future of Taverns and Caverns. But for now, we're going to be continuing where we left off. The party had just received an extra horse for Relanoa to ride on during their travels throughout Strider Valley. They are now following the main road southwards to hit the town of Manavik. And as I've mentioned, Manavik is the biggest town in Strider Valley. It's not a city by any means. It's a fairly decent sized town, though, but they are a couple days away from it. Having horseback does make that travel much faster. And thankfully, they are now following the main road that goes from Ormsa to Manavik. Now, it's not like a actual constructed road by the government or anything like that here in Strider Valley, but it is more along the lines of a beaten dirt path that has been traversed so frequently by people, adventurers, merchants, and such, that it has become this dirt road that it is hard to not see due to the amount of people that travel it. Now, we'll say that the party has been traveling for, a couple of days at this point, and throughout your travels, you've come across, a couple other travelers, merchants, adventurers who have also taken the main path. No one that has caused you any issues. You walked by a couple of them. They nod their heads, wave at you as you do the same. But we'll start today's session saying that it's about, I'll say about 7 p.m. It's becoming fairly late in the evening. You find yourselves Your stomach's growling, getting ready to um, annoy the hell out of you because you need to eat. You haven't eaten yet. Set up camp, if you will, or you can push throughout the night. But you do know you still have about a half day's worth of travel, maybe a little bit more than half a day. So right now, being on horseback, it's about 7 p.m. It'd probably be good to rest soon, unless you wanted to force yourselves to travel for the rest of the evening to get to Manavik, but you would most likely be exhausted by the time you got there. But I want to reveal a portion of the map before I explain in more detail what's going on. But at the bottom right of Roll20, you should see your characters on the main road here. And let me know when you guys see that. And I have to heal Relanoa. She's not at max HP for some reason. You both see your characters on that map down there.
No.
Bottom right. It should be like a road map.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, sorry. You guys were on Path A's maps. My bad. My bad, my bad.
Oh, you're
Speaking of
cool.
Path A, they got some wild shit last session.
hmm
You probably saw all the giants and shit.
hmm
Or I should say ogres, not giants.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Rod remembers.
Yeah. Pepper Farge remembers.
So as the three of you are trotting along the main road, it's been peaceful since your travels from Ormsa. But that peace will soon come to an end, perhaps, as the three of you go ahead and make me perception checks.
I mean, we can just enjoy the peace.
You can. I mean, you're more than welcome to, depending on how things go. All right, an 11 from Nomu and a 13 from Yalar. You both can see and hear what's going on. You are out in the open. Strider Valley is an open field where you're currently standing on this main road. Not many trees or terrain to really get in your way from seeing what's happening. But what you do hear and see is ahead of you, probably a good 40 feet away, maybe a little bit more than that. You notice there is chaos. There are several humanoid figures that are all equipped with bows and other sorts of weaponry, doing battle against a giant who is standing in the middle of the road. You see this enormous giant, with this enlarged great club, as it is swinging that great club violently at the individuals surrounding it. Now, I'm going to reveal the rest of the map so you can see what's happening. But it's not just one giant that seems to be in the way of your path. There is another giant that looks to be a little smaller, or I should say not a little, much smaller than the other giant standing in the road. There is a large sized giant to the side of the road, surrounded by two individuals who have it caught up in ropes, which seems to be it fell in a trap of some kind. That giant that's in the trap is a large sized figure. The giant on the road, however, is considered huge, one category size bigger than a large, or than a large, because it goes medium, large, and then huge. So the giant standing in the middle of the road is enormous, and it looks angered, vicious, and deadly as the people around it, they're all wearing leather-like armor to keep them light on their feet. They're dodging the great club as best as they can, but they're all shouting. And the group of people that are fighting against the giant seem to be all sorts of different races, but most of them are either Oronkin, the half giants, or wood elves. And the one that seems to be leading this group of individuals is this wood elf in leather armor with this longbow in his arms as he's shooting at this giant. He does happen to notice you in the distance as he turns his head very quickly over to look over his shoulder. and he yells out at the three of you, "Stone Giant, help us! It is attempting to kill us all!" What do the three of you do?
Noma looks at Yalar and Relanoa. How are we sure they're not the attackers?
Yalar is just looking for another way around.
He's like, I don't want a part of any of this drama.
What?
Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're fine. Oh, just gonna have Yalar is just gonna say,
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see nothing ahead of me. I just see big bunch of boulders. We'll look another way around.
Relano looks at Nomu after you ask that question, then looks back at the individuals fighting. She goes, yeah, this is a good question. Maybe the Goddess Supreme can answer. Goddess Supreme, are you there? Goddess Supreme, help, a little help here. She's not answering, guys. But it looks like it's a group of people against two giants. So one of the giants might be a child giant. I can't tell, but it's stuck in ropes. I don't know what's going on, but we are in Strider Valley, which are known for the lands of giants, and a bunch of those group of people are Orinkin, so they're half giants. So I don't know. Maybe they're good guys protecting Manavik from giants, or maybe they're hunting giants. I don't know. What should we do?
I don't want to step in the middle of that. If What if the giants are the ones that's trying to get away?
Yeah, Yalara, what do you think? If we try to go around them, it's gonna eat up a lot of our time. We have to go all the way around. How do we know they're not gonna attack us? Or if the giant won't run at us if we try to go around? I don't know. I can't tell though if they're friendly or enemies.
Oh, in the hells. I mean, I suppose we could try to, I don't really want to, but I guess we should help.
Help who?
The hells did I know?
Noma's gonna need
Meanwhile,
more information.
as you guys are discussing, you see the wood elf that yelled at you. He jumps back as he barely is able to avoid the smashing of a great club that slams at the front of his feet into the ground. Avoiding that, if he was hit, he would have been bloodied and crushed underneath that enormous great club. And as he jumps back to dodge, he looks over at the three of you. Are you going to help or not? We're trying to protect the town from this thing. Meanwhile, it picks its great club off of the ground as you see one of the other individuals shoots an arrow at the giant. The giant, with its free left hand, catches the arrow, crushing it as it swings its great club rather swiftly to the side, smacking against one of the hunters, per se, or individuals in front of him, and it sends him flying as blood is covering the great club at this point. And as that man is sent flying, he smashes up against one of the larger boulders in the ground, and he drops to the floor or the ground, either dead or unconscious. You cannot tell.
All right, Noma's gonna ride forward. He needs more information.
All right, what's Yalar doing?
Yalar's gonna ask a question for that elf that flew back. And basically the one that go ahead.
The one that flew back that got hit, he's unconscious or dead.
No. The one that dodged the attack.
Oh, okay. You're gonna ride up to him?
Yeah, the one that was asking for our help.
Okay. And Nomu doing the same, it looks like?
Yep.
Relno will slowly follow on her horse. She doesn't want the horse to get too close because the last thing she wants is the giant to attack her and the horse. You guys having horses makes you a bigger target.
Yep.
So
That's why I'm so cautious, man.
so as the two of you cautiously get closer during the chaos that ensues, what do you say or do?
Nomu yells at the dude that was, talking to us.
So how do we know you're not the enemy?
He looks over at you. What do you mean I'm the enemy? You know how close we are to Manavik? We're protecting the surrounding areas of the town. We've been hired to keep guard against giants such as this one.
In a land of giants?
Yes, and in my party, don't you see Orinkin, half giants?
Well, I mean, you have a child trapped in a net. Maybe they just want their baby.
No. Giants are dangerous creatures, man. We have the child in nets because it was easier to trap. We're trying to kill the one in front of us. That's the one that's deadly. It's been known to attack people, residents of Manavik.
That sounds awful cowardly to me, trapping some baby.
Does that look like a baby to you? It's bigger than all of us. It could kill us with its own hands.
I mean, size is relative, but still, mentality of a baby anyway.
That thing is going to grow up to be a danger to the people of town. You either with us or you're not.
Nomu's gonna look for a spot to park his horse, parallel park it, tie him down to a tree, and he draws his blade.
Um,
I mean, Yalar, if you don't like fully trust the guy, you can do like an insight check or something to see, or maybe an investigation check. But I mean, right
yeah.
now it's he sounds pretty like convincing. I mean,
Damn.
you're in the heat of battle, and he seems to be fairly serious at this point. I mean, he can't like have a full on conversation with you guys because he's in battle with this giant. But you have an insight of 9, Nomu. All you can really see is the frantic expression on this wood elf's face. He does come off as serious. You can't tell if he's lying to you at all. All you can take him for is what he's saying.
All right, I'm trying to see if I have some type of, can't remember if I had some type of comprehend languages or something like that, which looks like I do not.
You do not have comprehend languages.
All right, I'll help you. But I
Thank-
pray you're telling the truth.
Thank you, sir. Of course. We can talk more once the threat has been killed.
Sure.
Yalar, are you joining? You make an insight if you want.
Yeah, he's gonna make an insight. 21?
21. So with your insight of 21, you are trying to see if he is, trying to fool you or lie to you in any way, shape, or form. You do see that, as he's talking, he's not paying as much attention to you as he is to the giant that's behind him. But when he does turn to talk to you and yell at you from the distance, I mean, you're a good 20 feet from him. I mean, you can see that he's got a bit of sweat coming down the side of his face.
Mhm.
I mean, he sounds extremely genuine, but the one thing about your 21 insight that does contradict possibly what he could be saying is the two guys on your left that are near the smaller giant that have it trapped. They seem to be tightening the ropes around that giant as it's like screaming out in giant language. It doesn't seem to be very dangerous per se. It doesn't have like a club or armor, and it does seem to be, at least in your opinion, a child, and it doesn't know what's going on. It seems to be crying and just yelling around, trying to break free. You get the sense that they're attempting to possibly capture the child and kill the adult. But again, you just don't know right now with what Perlin, his name is Perlin, by the way, which you don't know, but the wood elf that talked to you is Perlin. You can't really see much of his face because his back's to you, but you do get this odd sense that they're the ones hunting the giant, really, and not the
Okay.
other way around.
Hey, how about you guys stand back? Let me talk to this giant. I think I can talk him down.
Yeah, sure.
He normal shrugs. Easy enough. He stops walking forward.
Rail Noah gets off her horse and steps up a little bit closer to the two of you, still keeping her distance. She doesn't know, who to believe at this point. But the wood elf named Perlin, he jumps back a bit as more of his men, his allies, continue to fight against the giants. And you can see that giant is a stone giant. And you can tell just the way it looks that it is not anything like the hill giants that you fought before. When the two of you first met Relno, you fought a group of hill giants. This giant seems to be a little bit more taller, lankier, and it has like this stone-like coloring to its skin. It's not as thick as the hill giants, but it is roaring out in anger. It has this angered expression on its face, and it is swinging its club to kill. You can sense danger from this giant. It is not fucking around. But Perlin quickly looks back at you, Yalar. What do you mean talk to a giant? There's no talking sense into them. Do you know giants' language?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let me talk to him. Worst thing they can know, it will attack me and whatever.
Noah looks at Yalar. Yalar, are you sure this is a wise decision? Do you want to get that close?
You know what? I got a gut feeling, and should always trust your gut.
I mean, okay. Perlin looks at his other guys and he raises his hand up. Everyone, back away from the giant. The Shalonian wishes to try and speak with it. He's going to learn very quickly that this thing is evil. And the men are all yelling out, trying to back away now from the stone giant. And the stone giant just swings hectically at everyone. And as they back up, they're able to avoid the attacks from the stone giant. And Perlin quickly looks at you. Well, you better hurry up. That stone giant's not going to wait forever.
He's going to walk up kind of slowly, trying to make himself non-threatening.
Hi, buddy. Do you speak common?
The stone giant glares down at you, Yalar. You're a good 15, 20 feet away from it, so it can't reach you if it wanted to with its melee attack. But as it looks at you, it yells out in giant language. You can't tell what it's saying.
Shit. Hey, buddy, can you raise your club if you understand me?
It still shouts out, raises its club, and slams it into the ground in front of you as if it was threatening.
Shit.
But it can't understand you, obviously. You can tell.
Yeah.
Use sign language.
He'll point to the child.
Do you want me to set him free?
The giant, as you point towards the child, it points back at the child as well. It slams its club into the ground, staring at you. It can't say what you're saying, or it can't tell what you're saying. But as soon as you point it at the child, you seem to catch its attention.
You guys need to let that child go. All he wants is his child.
And once the child is free, it's gonna help him kill us all. This giant has been wanted by the town of Manavik for its crimes against the residents. It's caused havoc around town. People that travel to and from Manavik are endangered because of this thing.
I have no proof of that. But we do know you have a child captured.
It's a giant child. Are you guys idiots?
Of course it's a giant child. It's giant.
and it will kill you with its bare hands if it breaks free.
No one can take a giant.
Yeah, well, I mean, worst case scenario, we'll just try it again.
Perlin looks at you and he just shakes his head. Idiots! We can't let the child go. You are not going to free the child. We slay the stone giant here and now, with or without your help.
But what are you going to do with the child? The child doesn't have a weapon or anything like that.
We're not going to kill the child, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, then why kill the... Mm,
Because the adult is dangerous. He is wanted in Manavik.
you're going to make that child dangerous, too. You kill the parent in front of him.
No, we're going to take the child back to Manavik. It's going to grow up there to be use to the town.
Wait, what now?
I said what I said. We're bringing the child back to town. It's going to be grown there. It'll be raised properly. And it will be another member of the residents' society.
You're gonna indoctrinate him.
That sounds like some cult shit to me.
Aren't we dealing with the cult? How are we sure these guys ain't them?
They are definitely not wearing any of the Eternal Eye regalia. They definitely don't look like the Eternal Eye type. But there are several types of cults out there. They could be a cult. I don't know. We're not a cult, damn it! We're just protecting the town.
Yeah, I don't know.
The stone giant raises its great club and it starts pointing at the wood elf that's talking to you and it starts screaming violently.
No, who points at the wood elf too?
He don't seem to like you. And he's only pointing at you. You want to explain that?
Because we're enemies, you stupid fool.
I mean, I would be your enemy too if you kidnapped my child.
Oh my god. You know what? Enough of this. Get out of here.
Should I eat the wood elf?
No, you don't eat what else?
All right, fine. No, I am not going to help you steal someone's child.
He aims the great sword at Perlin.
Damn.
I advise you to let him go. At least try to try peace.
Perlin looks at you, Nomu, in the eyes, and you can see he has this shift in his expression. He is now angered by the way you are communicating with him. He does not like what you're saying, and he just glares at the three of you.
By the Adventurers Guild.
Yes, and by the Adventurers Guild, you should be wanting to help the town of Manavik. You're with us or you're against us. If you don't help us, we'll have to slay you too.
Well, I'm not part of an adventurers guild. Well, at least not yet.
All right, Anakin.
You're not with me. You are my enemy.
You are my enemy. He's trying to kill the younglings. Perlin raises his hand. Then so be it. You've been warned. Men, not only slay the giants, slay them too. And the other hunters quickly look at you, and they all have their weapons already drawn, and they're going to start attacking you and the stone giant. So you guys have made your decision. They find you a danger, and they don't want you to stop them from going, or to stop them from their mission of what they say is defending the town. So we're going to go ahead and roll up turn orders here if you guys are ready. So remember, before you roll, click on your character. And I don't know what choice, if you're making the you allow the 3. I don't know if you're making the right choice or not. We'll find out, won't we?
Well, I ain't gonna kill anybody, but a lesson needs to be taught here.
A lesson needs to be taught. Relano with a 13, Num with a 21, Yalar with a 3. Let's roll for the stone
not
giant.
one. Jesus Christ.
The stone giant is gonna roll initiative. and it rolled a 10 total. And then I'll roll for all the enemies. So let's just do this one hot second. All right. And all the enemies, obviously, or I should say the hunters, if they rolled a 9, they'll all go at the same time. So this is the turn order. We have Nomu, Rolonoa, Stone Giant, Perlin and his men, and then Yalar, as the turn order goes. All right. Well, the Stone Giant roars out in anger as the other individuals already have their weapons sheathed. They begin to point their bows at the Stone Giant as well as the party. Perlin, you can see he has a rapier and dagger to his belt, and he is going to unsheath them to attack you because you guys are all near him. But Nomu, you have the first round or turn in this round. What are you doing?
I can't speak Stone Giant, but I can speak a common language with them. I will fight you.
He's going to trace a sigil on the air.
Blade Ward.
I was like, it's got to be Blade Ward. That or it's Mage Armor. It's one of the two.
And we're going to go ahead. Yep, there's my aura. There we go. It's going to do a 5-foot step towards Perlin.
All right.
And that's war magic. So I'm going to attack with the Righteous Greatsword.
All right, an 18. Let's see. That will hit Perlin for 12 points of damage as you slash up against him. He avoids your attack, but you still nick him up against his leg, and he glares at you. You idiot! You'll pay for this! All of Manavik will be after you!
Yeah, he pulls back for that.
Extra attack.
Ah! 16 will miss. You need a 17 to hit Perlin. And he's able to dodge that. The Wood Elf is dexterous, and he is able to avoid your attack there.
You can see he's not taking the fight too seriously. He's not trying to kill the Wood Elf. He's not trying to kill anybody.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
All he's trying to do is get the truth. And obviously, he's telling a lie if Yalar is willing to speak with the Stone Giant. Somebody ain't telling the truth.
Someone's not telling the truth.
Yalar didn't want anything to do with this. He wanted to walk around.
Pretty much.
So
None of his
somebody ain't
business.
telling it.
Relanoa is going to cast Bardic Inspiration. Again, she is a 2nd level bard, 5th level cleric. She does have some bard skills. She plays some music as Yalar. You are now given a inspiration die. So she inspires you with Bardic Inspiration, giving you that D6 that you can roll on a saving throw, an attack, or a skill check whenever you want. But once you use it, it's gone. That's going to be her bonus action. And her main action, she is going to cast a spell. Let's see here. One hot second.
Poor girl, we dragged her into this.
You did. She was like, oh. She's going to cast Bless as her main action. And it's going to be at level 1. And she'll cast it on you two and herself. All of you will now have, whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can add a d4 and add that to their attack roll or saving throw. So, I'll put a little pink icon to show that you guys are blessed. So, Yalar, you have Bless, which is a d4, and Inspiration, which is a d6.
Okay.
And that'll be her turn.
I still have a Bardic Inspiration from before.
Well, I think it only lasts for so long.
Okay, that's what I'm about to ask too.
Yeah, once within the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
So it's definitely been past 10 minutes.
Let me
It
go
should
ahead and
last-
delete that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that only lasts for so long.
Had to
But-
ask.
Yep, you're good. And Stone Giant, it yells out and it steps forward towards a hunter and it swings its club down violently. And I will go ahead and roll. I think you guys can see the attack here.
Yep.
11 will miss the hunter. He's able to dive to the side, but the stone giant has multi-attack, and it swings a second time. 27 will hit the hunter, and you see he takes 18 bludgeoning damage. As
Oh,
the
he's
hunter...
strong.
Yeah, he's strong, all right. The hunter goes, ah, as he's hit to the side. He said he's strong.
They yell. Oh!
Yeah, I mean, this thing is 2 size categories larger than you guys.
Yep.
Thing is huge. It's bigger than Omug.
Oh yeah, you woof.
The
Big boy.
baby is the same size as Omug. Or the
Woo!
child is the same size as Omug.
Mm.
Yeah, that's telling you something.
Oh
This
yeah.
motherfucker can step on you.
Mhm.
All right, it's Perlin's turn. He just glares at you, Nomu. Damn it! You're ruining it all! And he takes his rapier and dagger, and he's going to attack you, Nomu.
All right.
And I'm going to... He attempts to stab you. That's a 19. Will that hit?
Yep.
He stabs you for 12 piercing damage. And
Take half of that.
As he stabs you, he spins around in this fanciful manner as he attempts to stab you in the neck with a dagger. 22. I'm assuming that's going to hit since the 19 hit. And he'll be doing... One second. That is... 6 points of piercing damage.
All right. Half that. All right.
All right. And then it's now the hunter's turn. The 2 by the baby, or the child, they have longbows. They are aiming at the party. One of them shoots at Yalar. And that's a 21, Yalar. Will that hit?
Yes, that will hit.
You take 12 piercing damage.
Oh.
And they each get 2 range attacks. He shoots again at you. 24.
Oh my goodness.
And that's going to be another 12 piercing damage.
Jeez.
The other hunter next to the child aims at Relanoa, and he's going to shoot at her. 15, and that's going to miss her. He'll shoot again. 17, that will hit Relanoa as she takes 6 piercing damage. Meanwhile, the other hunters rush up towards the... Well, they don't rush up. I'll say the one that was hit by the club, he takes out his weapon, and he goes to pierce the stone giant with his rapier. Oh, that's a crit! He deals 16 damage to the stone giant. And then he'll pierce again with his rapier for 15. And that will not hit the stone giant. But the other 2 will shoot longbows at the stone giant. I'll make this quick. 2 of the attacks hit the stone giant for 11 plus 12 points of damage. So the stone giant, now you can see it uses its dexterity to try and catch one of those arrows. And let me see if it can do that. I'll roll a dexterity saving throw. 17. It catches one of the arrows and only takes one of those hits instead of both. So I'm going to add 11 back to its HP, actually. All right. Yalar, it's your turn.
All right.
Hey, you sons of bitches, leave her out of this. She wasn't the one going to attack.
He's going to shoot an Eldritch Blast, one of each, to the hunters next to the baby, the child.
Okay. One of each?
Yeah.
Okay. 16 will hit for 13. The 12 will miss. So the one on the right of the child will take the 13 damage.
All right.
As he is pushed back slightly. Not enough to push him back a square, but...
Yeah.
Oh!
Let the child go.
Big green!
Yep. Let that child alone.
It's Big
Big green.
All right, Yalar. Anything else?
No, he's going to step 5 feet forward towards that giant, and he's going to draw his shield as well.
Oh, you had a shield? I didn't realize you have a shield.
Yeah, he had a wooden shield. He didn't have it during the when he was riding, but
Gotcha.
he's gonna equip
Alright.
it now.
Awesome. I didn't realize Yalar had a shield.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. All right. Well, Nomu, it's your turn. You can sense. Well, if you want to roll an insight check to see if Perlin's trying to kill you or knock you out, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll an insight. Damn, not 20.
Damn, not 20. Well, with his last attack at you, he legitimately tried to Jamie Lannister your ass by stabbing your face with his dagger after he pierced you with the rapier. He is attacking to kill. You can sense pure, I don't want to say hatred, but you definitely sense violence from this man. He is not playing around. You have upset him by getting in the way of them capturing the stone giant.
All right.
Which one of you shot Relanoa?
No one answers.
I'm coming after you next.
He reapplies his blade ward, and he's swinging with vehemence with the great sword.
Damn. 18 will hit.
We'll
For
get
11
serious then.
For 11 points of damage. All right.
He pulls back, brings the great sword down vertically.
Oh,
He's going to use that bardic inspiration. No,
right.
no, that's right. Not the bardic inspiration.
The bless.
Yeah, the bless.
So you rolled a 13. Yeah, so roll the d4.
Yep. Give me 1 second. Where's my advanced die? Keep thinking this is so different now.
No, you're good.
There we go.
So plus 3 to that 13 will be a 16. Unfortunately, you need 17 to hit Perlin.
Damn.
But the bless, I believe, doesn't go away. You keep that. It's until her concentration ends. Yep. Bardic Inspiration's a one-time use. Bless, you have it for the rest of combat if she doesn't lose concentration. But he avoids your second attack and he glares at you. Fool! Because of what you've done, we'll make sure to slay you after we kill the giant and take all your goods.
He yells in his face, "Action, Surge!" Gets spittle on his face. No!
No!
He pulls back for another.
That's
there
10.
We go.
That will miss. The 23 will hit, though, for 10 damage. As you cut into Perlin. Ugh! You tough bastard!
Yeah, take that and such.
He's done.
All right, it's Relanoa's turn. She sees what's going on, and she looks somewhat upset that one of the hunters shot at her. She quickly points at him. Nomu, it was him! He shot me, Nomu! It was him! It was him! And
Nomu's eyeballing where she's pointing.
And she unsheathes her weapon and shield as she is preparing for combat as well. She did not expect to be pulled into this fight, but here we have it. So she now has her flail that she's beginning to spin around with her wrist, and she goes, "Fine, oh God of Supreme, please, please pray for these poor souls, for I'm about to do some fucking damage." And she is going to she's not going to waste her bless by casting another concentration spell. So instead, she is going to cast. Actually, can she make it to Nomu? 1 second. 5, 10, 15, 20. She can. She'll get close to you, Yalar. Not Nomu, I meant Yalar. And she's going to go ahead and cast a Cure Wounds. Yalar, because she saw that you have been hit a couple times. You are healed for 11 points of damage. And she'll also cast, for her bonus action, Healing Word. And Nomu, she'll be healing you with this.
Oh, yeah.
Nomu, you take 9 healing.
Oh, yeah. Full health.
Yep. So 11 and 9 to the both of you. And that's her turn. Yalar, are you okay?
I greatly appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. It is now Stone Giant's turn. It roars out in anger and it swings with all of its might down at the same hunter in front of it. 17 will hit. Oh!
Oh man.
That's a crit. Oh my god. Oh! So the first attack is going to be 17 bludgeoning damage. The critical attack is a 34 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
So that's all together is 51 points of damage.
Oh.
That hunter goes to dive to the left to avoid the club, but the stone giant has already learned that this hunter likes to dive to the side, and instead of swinging all the way down, it stops midair and swings to the left, crushing the hunter, killing him instantly. All you guys can see is blood splatter all over the great club. And as
Damn.
it lifts the great club, his corpse is no longer recognizable. You
Turned
can't
him into
see
a paste.
Yep, you can't see a face, anything. He is done. And as that happens, Perlin looks over to the side. No, Billy Bob! That's fucked up.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob. Oh, not Billy Bob.
And the stone giant just roars out, oh! And that's his turn. Perlin glares at you, Nomu. You see what you've done? You've gotten one of my men killed. You'll pay for this. And he attacks you, Nomu, twice, yet again with his rapier and dagger.
All right.
It's a 24 and a 25.
Yeah, both hit.
The rapier does 11 piercing damage.
Half that.
The dagger will deal, that is 5 piercing damage.
Half that. Do you round up or round down?
4 damage?
Yeah.
Round down.
Okay. I rounded up for the first one. I was like correcting it. So,
Oh, you're fine.
all right.
Actually, you know what? I am curious on something. That's something I've always said, but I don't know if that's the official rule. Let me see. Do
I've
you
always went by
round
rounding up.
or down for damage? I'm looking it up now. All right, it's always round down as a general rule.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, but I'm pretty sure I've always done down. I don't remember. Let's see here.
I know in our old session it was round up.
It was round up, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, so round down.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll round down. Let me make mental note that I'm probably.
Let me adjust that.
I know in our 3.5 I rounded up, and I've probably had you guys round up in prior sessions, but let me make a mental note now. Actually, I'm gonna make an actual note to remember to round down. Also, I don't know if you guys have heard they released some new rules for 5th edition. Well, I don't know if it's 5th edition or if it's considered 6th edition, but they've released new rules. It is actually 5th edition, I think. That's
You mean 5.3, I think?
Something like that. Yeah. The action to drink a potion is no longer an action; it's a bonus action now.
Interesting.
Yep.
Thank you, Boulder's Gate.
But yeah, they also, I guess, I've heard that they've also done the paladin a little dirty.
No.
But
Oh boy.
as I am the DM, I will look through these new rules and pick and choose which I like because,
Right.
you know, not every set of rules is always going to be all good, right?
Right.
So
Yep.
I know we've spoken about this several times on Taverns and Caverns about if potion drinking is an action or a bonus action, and I've flip-flopped a couple times with that choice. But the last major decision I had to continue going forward was drinking a potion was considered an action. And that's what the last time we spoke about it, that was the rule I decided to go forth with.
Mhm.
But with the new rules coming out, maybe I will switch to bonus action, or I might do a little bit of a difference here and say it's a full action to administer a potion to someone else other than yourself. But if you drink the potion, it's a bonus action. Maybe I'll do that. I kind of like that, where giving someone else a potion takes a little bit more time and finesse than it does to just drink one yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to debate about that for now. But yes, that's what I recently saw. Some people were talking about it online. So
Oh, nice.
I just haven't had time to really dig into the new rules. But yes, apparently the paladin, I guess, and I could be wrong, but people were saying the smite ability or feature, before you would use a bonus action to cast smite onto your next attack.
Yeah.
Well, apparently now I guess you have to cast a spell to have smite.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah. So I don't know the rules yet, and our listeners might know more than me because I haven't really looked into it. But that sounds like if you have to cast a spell for smite, it sounds like that's an action base instead of a bonus action. So if that's the case, you're wasting a whole action to cast smite, and then you have to wait for your next turn to then attack with it. If that's the case, that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
Did dirty.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I have to look further into it. But anyways, back to where we were. Perlin. So go ahead and round down for your damage.
Yep.
That's all Perlin can do. It's now the hunter's turn. Yalar, the one in front of you, he switches his bow to a longsword, and he's going to attack you with it. He dives forward towards you, Yalar, with his longsword, and let me make an attack roll. He swings twice at you. The first is a 23, and the second is a 24. Man, he's rolling hot fire.
Jesus Christ. Yes, he is.
All right, so the first attack is going to deal 8 points of damage. The second attack is going to deal 7 points of damage. And as he swings his longsword, he strikes up against you with slashing damage. Ha ha! The other hunter that shot at Relanoa draws his string, and he shoots at her yet again. He sees that she's healing, and he shakes his head. Oh, no, no, no. Can't have that. He's longbow, 2 strikes. That's a 14 and a 16. The 16 will hit. The 14 will miss. Relanoa finds herself being pierced by an arrow for 5 piercing damage as she glares at the hunter that hit her again. Oh, God Supreme, I'm going to crush his skull.
Damn.
The other hunters that are near the giant are shooting their bows. They don't want to get close to that giant after they saw what it did to their friend. And each get 2 attacks. That is a 21 and 19. Both will hit the giant for 10 piercing damage. And then the second attacks, the 15 will miss, but the 17 will hit for 6 piercing damage. I'll make a roll to see if the giant can catch one of those. Actually, no, wait. I have the dexterity on the giant sheet here. Need to roll. I needed a 12. It does not roll what it needs, and it takes all 3 hits. You see the giant now has these arrows piercing out of its skin as it's yelling in pain, in anger as well. Yalar, your turn.
Right. The one that had just attacked me with the sword, he was the one that took damage, correct?
Yes.
All right.
I grow tired of this.
And he's going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. All right. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Are you casting that at a level 1?
You know what? I'm going to cast that at a level 3.
Oh, wait, actually.
Oh, sorry. Was it?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
So the
I'm
damage
sorry.
increases by your level. Sorry.
Okay.
For some reason I thought it was a spell. Not
Yeah,
a cantrip.
when I clicked on it, it asked me what level. So that's like I confused myself too.
Oh, wait a minute. Is Toll the Dead a cantrip? I can't remember. I'm dumb today, guys. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
I'm
you're
not awake.
fine.
Toll of the Dead. Is it a level 1 spell?
Check.
I'm looking right now.
No, actually, it looks like it is a cantrip. It's on how it is on my character sheet. Yeah.
All right. So if it's Toll of the Dead, if it is a cantrip, then yes, it does not. The damage, you can't use a high level spell. It's based off your levels.
Okay.
It says at higher levels, the spell's damage increases by 1 die when you reach the 5th level, 3 dice when you reach level 11.
Oh, yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely a cantrip. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's cantrip. So, I need to make a wisdom saving throw. You're doing this to the one in front of you, right?
Yep.
All right. And it needs to be a 15. I rolled a total of. Ooh. That's an 11. So, if the target is missing any hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage. Well, in this case, it'll take 2d12. So, go ahead and roll your d12 damage.
All right. 14.
14 damage as he takes 14 necrotic damage, or he can feel his body being attacked by the necrotic energy, and he feels the sting. Ugh! What are you doing?
Making you helpless, since you like to help helpless little children.
Ah, damn you! Anything else, Yalar?
Trying to think any bonus actions that I have. No, that's it.
And we'll be ending this episode of Taverns and Caverns Path B here. Until next time. Thanks again, everyone, for listening to another episode of Taverns and Caverns. This is your Dungeon Master, Haphazard DM. You can find me on Twitter at HaphazardDM.
This is Robert Jones. I play Nomu the Monstrous. You can find me on YouTube, Truebone, Trubone.
This is Rodimus. You can find me on Twitter at Rodimus7901 or at Blue Sky at Rodimus83.
All right. Those are our players for this season of Taverns and Caverns, Path B. And don't forget to check out the Taverns and Caverns Patreon for exclusive content that you won't want to miss. Until next time, guys, on Taverns and Caverns. Take care.